Welcome to the show, Allowed to Talk. Today I want to talk about work. Work. It's a four-letter word. I'm out here with the dogs. Our German Shepherd and mixed. She's blue heeler and this other thing, Pitbull. Pitbull. And then my husband has his Crocs on. So cool. It's like Adam the Woo. He just wore his Crocs to Animal Kingdom and got them all wet. Well, if you ever watch this, you should wear your socks with your Crocs. Because I wore mine to Epcot, and if they get wet, then you can just make sure you wear an older pair of socks. You can just chuck them in the trash. Then your feet will dry. Just leave the socks on through the wet rides, though. Because Crocs need socks if you're going to be walking a lot in them. But I believe they're very comfy. That's just what I believe. And I'm 67 years old. He said, Adam the Woo said he's getting on board with Crocs because they're just the in thing. They are the, what's the word my grandson used? The younger one, the 13-year-old, used it. And then when I told the older one, the one that's 20, that's the in word, he goes, that's been a word for 4 years now or something. His hat was like it was a cool hat. We always say cool and groovy. And I don't know what the word was now that he said. It's something. Wish I could remember the word for the hat. The hat is not dirt, but it's a short word like that. The hat is cool. I'll say cool. Anyway, there's the zinger. Probably going to try to sell it. Get some money to build on a room for us so I can have a kitchenette. Okay, work. Let's talk about it. That's what I'm here for, to talk about work. And a lot of the people who watch my videos are over 50. So you worked a long time already in your lifetime. You might even be retired like I am and old and tired. But work. Some people in jobs that I've had didn't do as much as others. There are some people, if your limit that you could get up to 3,000 of these things done a day, there's people who got 3,300. There's people that got 3,500. They could do a lot more. And there's people who just got the 3,000. And then there's some people who struggled just to make 2,990. And they always got called in the office to say, you still have to do 10 more. But some people just couldn't. They couldn't. They might have got the 3,000 some days, but not every day on the day by day, every day. So, woo! The dogs are running today. So yeah, work, they say it's work, a four-letter word, but not everybody can do the same. That's why I think it's good that in schools they have the aptitude tests. And even for the military, they recommend, at least when I got in the military in 1977, 76, 77, because I graduated from high school in 1974, they gave you like an aptitude test, sort of like an IQ test, and then they recommend what you should do. And mine was to be a secretary, clerk, typist, computer person. So I was in clerical and computers. And I didn't retire from the military. I only had 13 years. There's people who went in for the two weeks, and then 2 weeks of basic, and you, like my sister, my oldest sister. I don't forget anything, so if any of the sisters that aren't passed away, like Jean and Thelma, or the one that has Alzheimer's, praise the Lord, she's still alive. But her husband passed away, and now she can't even enjoy her life free from an alcoholic. No, yes, he didn't drink the last 10 years of his life, but it was really a real bugger living with him. I babysat for her, so I know. So anyway, she went in for the 2 weeks, and then you got in, and I think she was in probably 10 years, give or take. maybe 15. But then I was in 13 years with 2 breaks in service. There goes my Abby girl. So 2 breaks in service, so my total's 13. Then there's like my brother-in-law who went to Vietnam and got shot at and bombs blew up around him. But he didn't retire from the military, but yet someone who did this isn't my sister that has Alzheimer's now, the oldest that's 80-some years old. The other sister-in-law who did in the reserves, not mine is the Pennsylvania Army National Guard. She did the reserves, Army Reserves, and she has a retirement because she went 20 years. And I'll just say it like this. We're not all made the same, though. God made them male and female. Now tell me that's wrong. Go ahead and give me a warning. Because we aren't all alike. We're all different. And it's nice. Look at these dogs even. They're unique in their own way. One that's German Shepherd with 1/8 Belgian Malinois. And then one that's Border Collie mixed with Labrador Retriever. And then one that's over here, Blue Heeler and Pit Bull. But they're getting along pretty good. They do fight over food and stuff. The one is terrifying to the German Shepherd. My big girl here, what are you eating? She's grazing like a cow. Is there sweet grass in there or something? She's afraid of the little one because she can be nasty. And there's been some little people, not meaning like a small person, but people that are smaller than me because they weigh less and they're shorter and prettier, that were really tyrants in the office. You had to deal with that too, working. But work is a 4-letter word. And some only have, like the one book I read for Asperger's syndrome, which now they changed to high functioning autism. And that's the truth. They changed that too. But it's always scientific and it's always the truth. Whatever they say is the truth. The Bible is the truth. Get them busy. Okay, so work is work. So yes, working with people that were very cruel. That was hard to do too. I quit many a job. And I was always feeling like shameful about it. But I did what I had to do to survive and get away from that sort of type of tyrant cruelty telling you that you did this wrong, you did that wrong. You know, stuff like that. So work is work. So I'm going to close just saying, oh, well, I was talking about the autism thing, that the high functioning. And then there's friends of mine who have kids that they don't talk. They're non-verbal. So they can echolalia. They can repeat what you say, but they don't have like a conversation. But what the book said, I'm getting there, is that we might have 10 spoons a day and they might only have 5. And if they use up 3 doing something, they only end up with 2, whereas we might have 5 or 6 spoons left from our 10. And they just can't emotionally sometimes deal with everything. And since I'm a highly sensitive person, sometimes the people that were very cruel in the office, even though I tried to keep up, and most of the time I did get as many as I had to. I left because of them. But work is work. It's a four-letter word. We all should work. Let's try to do what we want to do. Go to a trade school and learn something you really like to do. And then you will enjoy going to work, like maybe a veterinarian or cleaning dog kennels. Whatever, you know? Not all the same. Where's my girl? She's throwing frisbee, catching frisbee. Abby, there you are. So I'm going to close. I hope you're having a wonderful day. You just keep dancing, singing, making music, and having fun. Okay, let's dust off the book. I just got it off the bookcase. Look at how dusty it is. It's really dusty. This is in 1977. United States Training Army. United States Army Training Center. Fort Jackson, South Carolina, United States of America. Company 18th Battalion, 5th Brigade. Okay. The dog needs water. I'll be right back. I'm back, and I came outside because the dogs all came in, and it's real noisy in there. So I went to basic in 1977. That was for a day of the National Guard. When I went to my brother John's unit, and my name was still Phillips. I shouldn't tell anybody my last name, what it used to be. I'm really losing my mind sometimes. Here we go. Not my mind, but trusting too many. I trust most of you, but there's always one in the crowd. Okay, here we go. Say the year of this book. I'm trying to find it. I guess I'm not going to. They mean like for the 6 months of training, sort of generic. Like a bunch of different companies. We were D, there was A, B, C, and E. Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta, Echo. I don't know if there's colored pictures of us, of our unit. And you go in these cattle cars. There's one. They'd stuff us in there. We went to get our uniforms. This is back in 1977. They still had these like a skirt and a summer wear thing because it was pretty warm down there. I think I went in January, but actually we had heavier coats because it was cold in January down there at times. My feet were cold a lot. That were in the seas. Well, you'll see my name's Phillips by this. Anyway, Catherine Phillips. Catherine Phillips. There I am. This one right here. There. I was 18. Or I just had turned. I turned 19 while I was down there, I think. Yeah. Or either 20. One or the other. I either turned 19 or I turned 20. Look at her eyes. Ooh, 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 ooh. Anyway. Let's see, where's my friends at? There was a girl named Sandy that was close to my name in the alphabet, and we were good friends. She was a hairdresser, actually, and she cut my hair for me. I remember her. She was a nice lady. Okay. I don't see Sandy in any of these. So, she might have been right before me in the alphabet. Anyway, I don't know. She was a hairdresser. I remember that. And I think she was from either Maryland or Delaware. So we flew back to Harrisburg together from South Carolina. And then she went to Delaware or Maryland, one of those. And the basic training pictures. Lots of sit-ups and push-ups. We did the push-ups on our knees, though, but see, like that. I don't even have marked where I'm at on any of these pictures, but here we go. Let's look for me. Kate. I call myself Kate because of my sister-in-law, Kathy, and she didn't like that we were both Kathys, so I went to Kate. I'm way back here. Look, in this one. Right there. That's me. I look so like, oh, I can't do this. I can't do this. Hold my legs up for a long time. Anyway, we did a lot of jumping jacks back then too. A lot. These exercises here, right there I am, but I'm like, my legs are down here because I can't do this right now. I think I weighed 110 pounds there. Right now I'm 165, so 110. Wow. I was always like, not the shortest, but one of the shorter girls, and I could be the one who ran out and stopped traffic, whatever that was called, with the vest on, the orange vest. I did that a lot. I don't see any of me right now running, but I'm in there. I'm so short. It's hard to see. I know there's one of me coming out of the gas chamber when we had to get the gas. I'm looking for it right there. I'm holding my chest like right there's my hand. Oh, I could have done, because that's Sandy, I think. No, I don't know if that's not Sandy. But anyway, that was after the hairdresser cut my hair shorter. The girl that was the hairdresser. See if I could see Sandy anywhere. I don't see her. There she is, I think. Right there. Sandy. She was a hairdresser. And her too. I was a good friend with her. I don't remember her name or her name, but they were with us. Sergeant Haney. Haney's Honeys. Delta 18-5. No, I don't have Alzheimer's, and I'm going back to my childhood. I just like to remember things. I do remember things. And I remember this. Oh, man, look at these things. That's the vest you'd have to wear if you were like the second in line there to run out. These were the leaders of the row that you were in. What was that called? You were in formation. There was 1, 2, 3, and 4 lines. I don't see myself in any of these. And then you had the one who ran out. Then the eyes right thing. Yeah, I'm forgetting some of the things, like, what is this called with formation? Each row was called something. You're in a squad? I guess 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 squads. Platoon, and then formation. I don't know where I'm at here. Way down somewhere. Anyway, yes, I was in the Pennsylvania Army National Guard. 13 years with 2 breaks in service. I'm looking just for when we marched at the end for graduation. Delta 18-5. I think that's us right there. No, I think this. We all have the uniforms on. We all look alike. There's me. I'll put my finger on my face. I can find it. Right there. Now I'll move it down. There I am. See? The second row. Shorty. Shorty, shorters. 5'2". That's it. 1977.